My name is Katy, and I was born in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I'm 24. When I first started photography, I would just kind of take my dad's camera out when I was around 8, and I would just take lots and lots of film photographs, and my mom would never ever get them developed, and I was really sad. And it would be really interesting to see what they look like, even though they were probably awful. When I became serious about photography, I'm not really sure if I am serious about photography. It's something that kind of comes in and out of my life at intense intervals of when I'm really interested in it, and then when I don't have any inspiration and I do nothing for a really long time. It's more something I'd like to do for myself rather than have it as a career as far as having clients.
I won't put them in the documentary, I promise.
I've probably taken a lot of pictures, like tens of thousands, many pictures. I self-taught myself Photoshop through lots of trial and error, and I know it pretty well now after like 7 years of lots of error. I joined DeviantArt in 2007, and back then that was a really good site for art. But it was a really good place, especially starting out with photography, to meet artists and learn things. And it's like the more people you can share with, the more inspired you are to make more art and to make different art. And I think it changed my style a lot, or my style grew a lot from meeting people on DeviantArt. And I guess I have a good amount of followers now. I have like over 1,000 followers on DeviantArt, and I have a few pictures that have gotten like 10,000 views. So more people than I'll ever know in my lifetime have seen 1 or 2 pictures of me, so that's kind of cool. What I want to convey through art really just depends on what I'm feeling at the time. I like to kind of see what kind of reactions you can get from people through art, and it's like a fun social emotional experiment, because I feel like people don't feel things as much as they really should in the world. As far as artistic process, it really depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I like to just go out and see what I find interesting and do that. Sometimes I have set ideas in mind that mostly come from a feeling that I need to get out of me and just let it have its own life and be done with it. What I really like is doing like collaborations with people, and being part of someone else's artistic process is always very interesting. I kind of really like more on the dark side of art, really emotional art, kind of dark themes. I like really abstract art. That's kind of my new thing now, is the really abstract kind of things. I like kind of the fantasy feel of portraits, like just really otherworldly and not exactly like over-edited or anything like that, just a different kind of atmosphere. Art to me is just whatever you need to express. I mean, you can't really define it, but I think any kind of expression is art, and everyone's entitled to make art, and I don't really think people should judge what is or isn't art, even if it's not art. And I wouldn't really consider myself an artist, and I don't really know why. I just have never been able to call myself an artist. But I think it's just creating things things the way you want them to be done and being able to have them come out the way you saw them in your mind. So maybe that's why I don't consider myself an artist, because that almost never works.